What's up, Tiger Gang? This is JT from the Poco Moonshine family. This is Chatting with Carnivores, and today we got Alicia and Joe. How you guys doing?
Good.
Doing very well.
They got their cute little dog with them too. We were just chatting it up about that. Where I want to start out though, where are you guys from and where you guys at?
We are from Idaho, and we are in Idaho.
Okay.
See that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did
Idaho
one
symbol with some
performance
roots
in
in the
Idaho
bottom.
there. Yeah, I've been in Idaho once, so
Yeah.
it was very flat.
Not to be confused with Ohio, like a lot of people like
Yeah.
to get it confused with.
I've been there too for the
Yeah.
gathering. That was interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
But how did you guys meet? I gotta know. If I got couples on here, I gotta know how you guys met.
We actually
And then
met.
who made the first move too? I gotta know that too. So answer both those.
Well, I think I did. It was me.
I think it was a little bit mutual.
We actually met in a bar. Believe it
Okay.
or not.
That
He
Amber
plays-
and Dan did too.
Yeah. So he actually is a musician, and he was playing that night. Actually, my 21st birthday.
Really?
Yeah, my 21st birthday. I always wanted to go to this bar since I was little, because that's who I would babysit for families,
Mhm.
and they would always go out to the bar. And I was like, so I was like, my wish on my 21st birthday, and his band was playing, and then ever since then, me and my cousin became band groupies and followed.
Oh, you
them
dirty
everywhere.
dog, Joe. You dirty dog.
Borderline stalkerish. I'm just going to
Hey.
say that.
I may
He
or
was
may not.
persistent, and it paid off, right?
Well, I mean, I can't say that I was unwilling.
Right.
Yeah. So we basically met in a bar.
Then who made the first move though?
I mean, that was a little bit down the road. We became more friends than anything.
We
in the
were friends
beginning.
for like a year before we
Yeah.
started really anything, but I think it was mutual. I think
It was a mutual thing. We just kind of knew.
Yeah.
What was the
Yeah.
band's name? I gotta know.
Well, we were called the Randy Richards.
The Randy Richards. Okay. And what did you do in the band? Did you like play bass or something? Drum?
I was the bass player and
I
lead
thought you
singer.
might be bass. I was just getting bass vibes.
Yeah. No, I was the
Yeah.
bass player and lead singer.
Awesome, dude. Man, we're gonna have to get you karaoke in one of these future episodes, chatting with carnivores. I'm gonna have to figure out how to
Bring
get
it
without getting copyrighted. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have original music. I actually got a record deal. Went to Nashville and
Wow.
put out an album. I had 2 songs that were in the top 100 and climbing. And my investor lied about how much money he had to invest, so everything overnight fell on his face. After 2 years of really hitting it hard and touring all over the country, going to all the eastern states and central states, going to all the radio stations and singing live on the air, but it all took a crap.
Things happen for a reason, but you have those beautiful memories now. I've got memories from when I was in a band too, and I'll never trade those memories.
Oh, right on. What did you play?
I made the beats. I was in a rap rock group, so we did guitars over like hip hop beats.
Yeah.
So,
Awesome.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, I've made beats for other people too, other artists and stuff. You ever hear Tech Nine?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Tech Nine was one of them. Mad Child's another one, but that's what I used to do. I still make beats from time to time, but it's a very tough scene, the hip hop scene. I will tell you that, my guy. That is a very rough ass scene. I'd rather be here with the carnivores.
There you go. There you go.
How did you two? Well, let's go with this. What is your reason why you guys started Carnivore?
That'd be me. So I got done with all the music stuff and I started driving truck again because I did it when I was younger, and I was working for a local outfit here in our hometown hauling cheese, and I did that for 3 years, and the weight started coming on pretty quick. I mean, I was running so hard that this company pushes you so hard that I just didn't have time to be active. I mean, it was go, and if I was going to make that good paycheck so we could have all these fun things in life, I had to work my butt off. So for 3 years, I just killed it until I got to a point where I was like, okay, I got to do something different. So I switched out of that and started doing RV transport. I went and bought a new Dodge pickup 1 ton and started hauling campers from Indiana to the West Coast. even more weight started coming on, and I
Yeah.
started feeling really bad and bogged down. I mean, I got up to 270 pounds, the biggest I ever been in my life.
I
I
was
mean,
254, so
okay,
yeah,
okay.
it just you don't feel good about yourself when you're starting to hit
No,
that levels.
I was having a lot of issues, just with self-esteem and everything else. But even more than that, I just wasn't feeling good. I was feeling horrible. I come home, I didn't want to do anything.
Yeah.
It took my entire weekend at home just to recover enough to be able to go back out and do another challenging week, especially during the wintertime. And the stress, I couldn't handle stress. I couldn't handle nothing. My
Hmm.
brain fog was off the charts. I've had ADD my entire life.
You sound just like me, my guy. The
Yeah,
music, everything, the brain fog, the ADD, the stress.
I struggled in school because of my ADD. I couldn't read a paragraph once and tell you more than 5% of what it was about. I'd
I
have to
had to
read it
take
20 times.
Adderall. I was on Adderall
I
when I was
probably
in high
should have
school.
been,
Yeah.
but
It really did actually help me focus, but I could not sit down. And you thought I talked a lot now. Oh my gosh. I wouldn't shut
yeah,
up.
yeah. I still don't shut up, but that's just because I like it. So, but I I finally hit a wall, and I was like, I got to find something. There's got to be something out there that I can do as a truck driver
Hmm.
and be able to get healthy. There has to be something, pills, whatever, it doesn't matter. So I started really just deep diving into YouTube and on forums and everything and seeing what people are talking about, what the latest crave is or fad,
Hmm.
whatever. And I dug and dug and dug, and then I come across a video that said something about a lion diet. I was like, lion diet? I'm not eating a lion. That is not happening.
Yeah.
So I
Like, what
clicked on
is
the
this?
video, and they're like, well, yeah, you want to eat meat and this and that. And I'm like, what the heck? And then some recommendations popped up, and one of them happened to be Dr. Ken Berry. And it says, how to be a carnivore or something like that, 101, the first steps or whatever. And I was like, what's a carnivore? So I
Yeah,
clicked
you
on
were
that
like,
video.
you were learning all sorts of shit that day. You were like, what?
It was all in the same day. But I
Wow.
clicked on that video, and instantly I was like, okay, this guy is a legit doctor. Even he's doing it.
Yeah.
That says something to me, and he sounds very intelligent. So I'm going to watch a couple more videos and see if I can figure this guy out, see if he's legitimate or if this is just some made up thing, because it sounded just absolutely silly.
Yeah.
Just silly.
Yeah, bacon and
It goes
eggs. I was
into-
like, you're kidding me, dude. I've been eating that shit my whole
Yeah.
life, but I was eating all the junk too. So, in all fairness,
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I started deep diving into it, and I started watching the videos, and I hadn't told her really anything about it yet. I wanted to make sure I knew what I was talking about, because she's pretty hardcore like
she's
that. So
gonna
I had to
grill
make
you,
sure.
huh?
Yeah, I had to make sure I knew what I was talking about. So once I had about a week and a half of his videos invested, mostly just listening because I'm driving down the road as a truck driver in my pickup. But I'd crank that audio, and I mean, they were like audiobooks and helping me drive. I could put the miles down, but I was learning so much. I'm like, okay. So I started experimenting. On the road is difficult to do, but he said you could do McDonald's. So I was going to McDonald's and ordered quarter pounder patties off of the a la carte menu. And I started having diarrhea really bad instantly. And he said that, that can happen, and it can happen for, as much as a month. And I'm like, oh, this sucks as a truck driver. So
no, for real.
luckily it only lasted about a week for me. And then it started getting a lot easier, and I started feeling a little bit better. I still I wasn't full carnivore. I was dirty carnivore, but I was getting there.
Dirty dog.
Like, okay, there's something to this. And then I stepped on the scale, and I was 10 pounds lighter after a week. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
I've been eating McDonald's burger patties, which you're told McDonald's is like the nastiest crap on the planet.
Processed, yeah, right?
Yeah. And turns out their burger patties are actually pretty good for you. They're not the best.
I didn't even know they had an a la carte menu till Dr. Berry did. I was like, whoa, a la carte. I thought that was just at like the zoo or something.
Yeah, it was that interview he did with that one lady that had been doing it for several years, and her doctor was an old doctor and recommended that maybe she tries an elimination diet. And she lived on McDonald's burgers for what? It was 2 or 3 years. Every day, that's all she ate. And she lost all that weight, and now she looks like $1 million.
Fatty meat's good for you, though, right?
Yeah. So once I got to that point, I was like, okay, I gotta have a partner in crime on this. I need somebody else doing this with me. This is gonna make it easier.
Mm-hmm.
Let me bring it up to the wife. And instantly she's like, I don't know. And she had already got started on this other diet that costs a small fortune. And it's eating
Which diet was
that,
it?
Optavia.
Oh, I never heard of that one.
So it's where you eat the meals they send you, which are little snacks,
Oh, okay,
right? Processed, packaged stuff, and then
were any of them edible?
Yeah, they weren't too bad actually. Honestly, they're probably one of the better ones.
Okay.
But there were a couple of ones that were gross. And then you have to make one of they call it a lean and green meal, where you have to make your own meal. And you want to talk about tedious. I had to eat every 2 hours. So I had alarms set. So every 2 hours, if I'd be mowing the yard, I had to stop because I needed to eat, because that's.
What if you weren't hungry? Is it say to just eat anyways on that plan?
Yeah, and then I had to make my one meal a day, and I had to print out this sheet because I had to know exact measurements. I had to know exactly, okay, if I had this much greens, I could have, and if I wanted creamer in my coffee, then I couldn't have this much condiments. Like I can only have this much ranch dressing. Then if I wanted, it was.
That is so controlling.
Yeah, and they really wanted to make sure you were sticking to the plan. Like they have coaches and stuff that are constantly getting a hold of you and making sure you're buying their product.
Oh, of course. They're pressure salesmen.
Right.
Sounds like it, yeah.
And then I brought up Carnivore, and she immediately shot it down. Immediately. She goes, I don't think so.
Alicia.
I was like, babe, I've lost 10 pounds in a week. I'm feeling better.
Yeah.
Like I'm feeling better, and the inflammation.
She's checking your temperature, like you said, all meat for a week. Hold on, let me check it here.
I mean, I felt silly even saying it, but I was already kind of invested. I had already been doing it for, I guess it was about a week and a half. Yeah. And I brought it up, and I was like, I promise you, this is a rabbit hole that is gonna just chew you up and spit you out. It's gonna blow your mind, and it's gonna royally piss you off. And she's like, I don't know. I was like, just. Here, go watch Dr. Barry's video. Go watch this video. And I finally got her to watch it. And she's like, huh.
Well, then I had an allergic reaction to one of the foods I ate from that company.
Ah.
And that's where I was
a blessing in disguise.
It was, because that same day we stopped at McDonald's and I just got the cheeseburger. Wendy's. Was it Wendy's?
It was Wendy's in Utah.
Oh, I was going to say, do they got an a la carte? I was going to.
They do. They do.
Oh, my gosh.
And so we got Wendy's burgers with cheese on them, and then that was it. I never went back to that program again, and from that day...
literally within a week, she was already going, did you know this? Did you know this? Have you seen this video? Did you know this? I'm like,
that's awesome.
Welcome to the club.
Yeah, welcome to the Matrix, right?
Yep.
It's literally mind-blowing. It's unbelievable how corrupt. I mean, it's not unbelievable. I mean, look at what our government does.
They love the money.
Is it really
they love the hard? Money. Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody's like, oh, here we go, conspiracy theory. No, this is actually legit. This is not made up. If you really honestly strip it down to its basics, this goes back to, let's just say 200 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We could go back that far and people were living mostly off of meat. That's why they were so healthy.
Yeah, you think the Cowboys had a vegan section at the saloon when they went in there? Or
yeah.
Can I get a grass drink? You know, can you blend up some veggies for me? I'm on a cowboy diet. Like,
yeah,
come on, man. No,
that wasn't a thing.
No.
And vegetables weren't that readily available all over the place either. There was some farmers, but I mean, you had to really look. I mean, they considered that more of a treat, especially if it was corn or something. I mean, that was like a special occasion kind of a thing.
Yeah, and do you think they were spraying their vegetables with all the crap they are now?
No.
Like, so I think vegetables I wouldn't eat them, but they might not even be as bad for you as just because if you didn't, like, if you grew them in your garden and you knew you didn't spray a bunch of crap and all this other stuff, it might be a little bit better for you then. But the stuff in the stores, man, I'm telling you, luckily you can't spray cows with pesticides. Right. You know, like if it is, it's on the outside of the cow. You know, like it's not on the meat.
It's not that far away. They're already talking about making cattle basically GMOs.
I don't know if it'll get that far away.
Yeah, I don't know.
Especially like in Texas and Idaho and Montana and places like that, I don't think ranchers are going to let it get to that extent in those
At
states.
least not for a while. I mean, we're going to stick to our guns, especially Idaho, Texas, Montana, Wyoming, and we're all kind of in the same mindset when it comes to that stuff. But it is coming. I mean, it really is, and it sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, we got a lot of cows out here, thank God. So beef really doesn't go up too much out here in Wisconsin. It does once in a while, but I get pretty lucky. I usually find some good sales. And
yeah.
How much have you guys lost? Because I remember in a video, Joe, you were like, "Man, I eat like a pig, and it just keeps falling off." Like, could you give us an updated number? I think in that video you guys had lost like 156 combined or 151, something like that.
151.
Well, it's more than that.
Did you lose more? I haven't weighed myself yet.
I didn't tell her yet. My goal is to hit 170, and as of this morning, I'm 170.8.
Wow! Congratulations! I'll take it, man. If it says 170, I don't care about the 0.8, man. Congratulations.
Well,
but the funny thing is when I started my journey, I was 171.8 pounds.
He weighs less than when you started.
Yes.
You know, and that should tell both of you how much all that extra weight you're carrying around and on your back, your joints.
We got chickens and goats, so we got to go get feed all the time, and the bags are 40 pounds a piece. So I grab one in each arm, and I go to walk out of the store, and I'm like, I had even more weight than this. This is only 80 pounds, and I had even more than that on my body. And just from walking from in the backside of the feed store to our truck, I'm like, how did I even get around?
That's why the guns are poking out on you, Joe. I can see him from here.
He doesn't even work out.
Yeah.
Well, we can't see.
Can't see, but
guys,
I don't even work.
I
don't even work out. My muscles are getting bigger, and I have not lifted one weight. My calves.
You're getting Alicia all excited now. You got to put them back away for a minute.
Yeah, so we've lost. That's at least 153 pounds total together.
Wow! Congratulations, you guys! Like you guys are both steering your own ship. That is so awesome. We got a couple of commenters here. Carnivore Dog Sir, good evening, JT and guests. Yes, that's Alicia and Joe. And they are good people. Have you heard of the World Economic Forum who wants us to eat insects? No, thank goodness I haven't heard of that.
Well, I've heard of where they're trying to push insects and.
I mean, I've had chocolate-covered crickets, but that's about as far as I'm gonna go.
Man, I don't know if I can bring myself to do it. I just can't.
No? Yeah, just tell yourself it's just all chocolate, and there might be like some crunchy Crispies in there.
If I'm forced into it, or if there's some money on the table, I might.
A nice bet. Kip says, "Hello, Carnivore couple, Alicia and Joe. Hope you're having an amazing day." I just want to catch up on these because I do get behind. Hey, if you guys have any questions for Alicia and Joe, make sure you put them and try to put a Q in front of your question, because otherwise I don't know if you guys are talking amongst yourselves or what's up sometimes. Woot, only 10 minutes late, was watching Dr. Barry and Nisha.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Doctor, all right, I'll let it slide. It's Dr. Barry. It's Dr. Barry. We'll let it slide.
We'll let that slide.
But otherwise, get on here for Alicia and Joe here. Evening, everyone. Hello, no insanity. Hi. Yes. Now let's get your thing back up here, and we'll get some more questions here. Whoops. Still learning how to use this. There we go.
What part of Wisconsin are you from?
I'm in Thiensville, so I'm like 10 minutes north of Milwaukee.
Oh, okay. The cheese company I used to drive truck for, their main facility is in Marathon, Wisconsin.
Okay, Marathon. Okay. Yeah, I've never been out to Marathon. If I have, I maybe just drove by it like on my way going fishing somewhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got a lot of cheese up here. Oh man. It's so hard to turn down up here. It's in every gas station, like it's everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah. What are you guys eating on the Carnivore? Like what's a typical week look like?
Mainly 80-20 burger. So my week, because I like to keep it simple mostly, because I just get up in the morning, make my lunch, and go to work. I do 80-20 ground beef with 4 eggs in it and just scramble it all together, and that's what I eat.
Really?
That's about a pound of burger.
Yeah, I eat about a pound or so of burger.
Wow.
Yep.
And then me, I eat typically twice a day. I don't usually do breakfast. I'm not usually hungry in the morning, but I come home for lunch on my lunch break, and I'll either eat a pound of burger or maybe a pound and a half, or I'll eat 4 quarter-pounder all beef hot dogs. And then when I get home, I'll again either eat 4 quarter-pounder beef hot dogs, or I'll have burgers, or I'll do some ground burger with some eggs in it or something, or I'll just make a gigantic pile of scrambled eggs. I mean, I'll eat 10 eggs in one sitting.
Mm.
Yeah.
But I
My
mean,
breakfast is usually around like 11.
Yeah, I mean, I literally eat like a pig. I eat until I'm stuffed, very stuffed, and I still wake up every morning and I'm a little bit lighter and I feel better.
That's awesome, dude.
It's so crazy.
And on the weekends, we'll make like a roast, or we'll smoke some steaks, or some
I know you said you're the smoke master, Joe.
Oh,
yes.
I'm getting very good at it, especially when it comes to smoked burgers. I think that's probably my claim to fame.
So good.
I have got it, and there's nothing special to my recipe. It really isn't. It's just particular.
And you got to start a blog or a video vlog series where you call it the Smoke Show, and you just give them all, just start smoking up the meats, man.
I actually thought about that name for the channel.
The Smoke Show. Yeah, man, it's awesome.
Yeah, but somebody else already has it for other things.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah.
I always feel like if someone's doing something, just try to do it better than them. You know, like there's already been a million cookbooks. Make a better one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't know that I can make a better one. I mean, I've only got a handful of things that I'm really good at smoking on the smoker, but burgers.
No.
I mean, I get choked up when I'm eating them. I literally get tears in my eyes. They are so good. And that's we're talking no bun, no cheese, no bacon, no nothing. Just a burger patty.
Mm-hmm.
And it's mind-blowing.
Is it a butter burger?
No. We just use our 80-20 beef that we get from
I do butter burgers. Oh.
Like Culver's?
Yes. So do you guys have a Culver's?
Yes.
Oh my God. I cannot stay out of there.
That place is so addicting.
3 patties and then extra bacon.
Yep.
And I had some lady, she gave me my food. She says, "Are you planning on getting high tonight?" I said, "No, I'm on carnivore." I'm on the carnivore diet. She says, "Oh, okay."
I never thought about him thinking about that. When we go
what are you guys, super stoned? Like just
I
want 6 patties and bacon. They're like, "Holy gosh, this guy, stoner alert." But no, it's carnivore alert.
Next time we go through the drive-thru, I'll have to do my Tommy Chong impression and order some burgers.
And order all the patties. They'll be like, "Oh yeah, we got one.
Can I get some quarter pounder?"
Yeah, they're gonna tell their friends, "Hey, check this guy rolling around. He just ordered. Let's see what he looks like." So what does your guys' exercise look like? Because I know, Alicia, you said you're trying to cut. That's your new goal.
Yeah. So he doesn't.
I can tell, man. You're lifting the bag feeds, man. You're already.
Yeah.
Not very often. I literally am not doing any type of exercise at all on purpose. Once I hit 170 exactly, then I'm going to start working out. And I am so excited for the gains that are going to happen.
I work out about 5 days a week, depending on if I take, leave or whatever. But I work out 5 days a week. So I do leg day twice a week.
I love more than I do. I got chicken legs, my wife says.
So yeah, I love leg day, and then I, backs, biceps, all that. 5 days a week, I'm in the gym doing stuff, and it's amazing. I've worked out a lot because I was in the military for 10 years. And
really? Thank you for serving.
You're welcome. I've never felt this good in the gym before in my life.
Wow.
Ever.
Not to mention, she doesn't hardly get sore. And that was a thing for both of us, because when we were in North Carolina, when she was in the service, her and I both were going to the gym. I wasn't going quite as often as she was. I was probably 3 to maybe 5 days a week. But when I was there, I was pretty hardcore. I mean, I was killing it. But I didn't have any major gains, but we were always sore, like sore for days. And then just when you stop being sore, it's time to go back and work that same muscle.
Back in again. Yep.
Yeah, but now you're sore and just a little bit sore the next day, and then the day after that, you're fine. Yeah. It's really weird. The recovery is so much faster.
Yeah. And I do another in-body scan tomorrow, so that will be I do that every 6 weeks.
And so that measures the body fat too, right?
Yeah. So I'll do my video about that tomorrow evening, about my difference between the last 6 weeks and tomorrow.
And that's another crazy thing about carnivore is she didn't lose any muscle, 0 muscle loss.
I lost
That's
7
amazing.
pounds of body fat in 6 weeks and 0 muscle. I lost
That's
0
awesome.
muscle.
And that's from you can tell that from that test. Did that help
Yeah.
you? Okay.
Yep.
The doctor was actually floored by it.
What does your doctor say? Are they like real skeptical or like, well, I guess it's working?
So I go to the VA, right? Because I'm a disabled vet now,
Mhm.
but I told my doctor when I got my blood test in June, I was like, my cholesterol is going to be high. And he's like, okay. So if it's above this number, right, 190 or whatever he told me, the 150, he's like, you have to take medication for that. And I was like, I'm not taking medication. And he's like, I have to document that, right? And I was like, okay.
Document it up, G.
Yeah, my
Start
cholesterol
writing.
came back pretty high. It probably scares most people when they hear what my cholesterol was, but my doctor never called me back and told me that he was really concerned because my insulin level was perfect, my A1C is perfect, my
You
liver
tell him to
function.
document that too.
Yeah, well, and then Dr. Berry has his lab book, and I requested all the tests, right, the annual tests, and there's like 10 more tests than what my doctor originally ordered a year ago. And he asked me, he's like, why do you want all these extra tests? And I was like, well, because a doctor I follow on YouTube told me to. He didn't like that very much.
Oh,
He's like,
man, you're making them work.
So, but all my tests came back flawless. My kidney function actually increased.
Wow, that's
Last
great.
year it was at 90. This year it's at the greater than 90. So my kidney function is perfect. Like I said, everything is flawless. I don't have any inflammation. I don't have any markers for having any issues besides, the high cholesterol. But
And let's clarify on that cholesterol thing, her
Mhm.
cholesterol being high.
yeah.
It is high, but it's not high in a bad way. It's high with positive cholesterol,
Yeah,
not the
there's two
negative.
different kinds.
Yes.
Yeah, and the doctors tell you that. They don't.
They
Most
look
of
at
them
the
don't even know that.
They look at the total amount. So my triglycerides are still a little bit high compared to what Dr. Berry wants them at. They're 119, I think it was, not 100 or under. But that number's going lower because it was higher last year. But you want your triglycerides to be low and your HDL to be high, but they don't look at that. And some people are hyper responders, which I think with me continuing my workouts and lifting heavy and everything, I'm going to probably be a hyper responder. So my cholesterol is naturally going to be higher in general anyway, even with someone being on carnivore like we are. So his can be probably normal. He doesn't go see the doctors, but.
No, and Sandy says, congrats on your success, guys.
Thank you.
Minimalist Carnivore. Hey, Chad, how you doing, man? He says hello.
Hi.
Yeah, I'm telling you, you guys are just beaming over there, dude. Like,
yeah.
I could just see you guys feel good, man. And
yeah.
Question off the book here. How do you think Carnivore has helped your guys' relationship together? Do you think you guys got a are you like, for me, I know I get less aggravated about things that would kind of piss me off before, and now I'm just like easy breezy.
Well,
because you guys are sitting here holding hands, it looks like. I mean,
we're not holding hands, but
I mean, man, you could have just said, yeah.
We're always holding hands the majority of the time, but I mean, we don't even really have hardly any friends. We don't really. No offense if our friends are watching, but we don't really care if we have friends.
We're best friends.
Like, if I'm going to hang out with somebody, if I got my choice, it's her.
Yeah.
That's how it should be.
Yeah.
That's so sweet, man.
We get along really well. And honestly, I think it's bettered our relationship because now we know, like, we're living a healthier life and now we can be with each other more. And we have, like, less anxiety, less depression. We are enjoying more things together now, even more. And overall, and not to, turn anybody off, but the sex drive.
Probably through the roof now, right, Joe?
Yeah, a lot better.
You dirty dog, Joe.
Yeah. So if anybody has any of those issues, I highly suggest Carnivore because it fixes
especially
those.
Men. My testosterone, I can feel it.
Yeah, My wife
Hunter.
could see it in me because she couldn't keep her hands off me the first 2 weeks I started. I was like, man, this must be going good. I was like, man, I should have been on Carnivore a while ago. I would have been a nice steady flow, man.
Yeah.
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 So,
I
that is
literally
funny,
feel like I'm 19 again. Like that's dead honest. Like I've
Yeah,
really
no,
been kind
yeah.
of
I
trying
feel
to
better
feel
than
it
I
out.
did when I was 19. I was eating a lot of like junk and still when I was 19.
yeah.
I was eating junk, but I was a BMX racer. I was a pro BMX racer. I
Man,
did
how
a lot
much
of
stuff have you done, Joe? You're a hustler.
buddy. I'm a jack of all trades, master of none. I seriously would blow your mind. It would
You
take
gotta
out.
write a book, my guy. I love it, dude.
I mean, I am so good at so many things, but I wanted that when I was younger. I knew right away I wanted to be good at everything. I could skateboard, rollerblade on like
Yeah.
skate parks and stuff. BMX
I fell
bike.
on my tailbone first time I went down the driveway to skateboard and I hit a crack. The concrete raised up and I kept going and the board stayed there.
Yeah. Oh,
I
yeah.
hit my tailbone right before church and that was the longest church service sitting down on my ass. I was like,
Uh-huh.
last time I
Yeah.
skateboarded. So I was like, man, I'm gonna leave this to Tony Hawk. I'm done, man.
Yeah.
But I wanted to be good at a bunch of things so that I could teach my kids. If any of them ever asked
Right.
about a specific one, I can be like, I got you.
Mhm.
Turns out I was good at all of them. And because of my ADD, I learned things really fast.
Mhm.
And I mean, I'm an excellent bass fisherman. I'm extremely good at skiing.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go. I
snowboarding.
heard you mention that, man. I love bass fishing. Ooh, on this last Father's Day, I just killed it, man. I couldn't stop catching slabos, just one after
Oh,
another.
nice.
Just
Nice.
and they one of them literally came almost up on the dirt for my lure. Like that's how like close, like
Wow.
and shallow they were. You know, they're
Awesome.
feeding on bugs that day, like dragonflies and shit.
Yeah.
And they
Nice.
just went nuts, man. I love fishing, man.
Oh yeah. Her and I both are awesome bass fishermen. I don't know if I can say she's awesome. I think just mostly luck. I don't know.
But she can pull them in though.
It's awesomeness.
She'll be just sitting there in her float tube and the wind picks up. She starts drifting a little
Like-
bit and she's just kind of sitting there, not even really fishing. And all of a sudden, wham! And I got a picture of it. I'll try to see if I can find it and send it to you. But she caught I don't know, it had to have been 7.5 pound largemouth
Yeah,
Wow.
huge.
in a float tube. At first she thought she was snagged and she started reeling in
I was
it.
like,
I was like, you got a fish on.
Wait.
That's the best fishing, man, is when you think you're caught on something and you realize, oh, dear
Oh.
Lord.
Yeah.
Ooh, someone get the net.
Yeah. And if there's any other bass fishermen out there, I'll give you a secret. I'll let you in on it. Ned rig. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay. Yeah, for
Ned
me,
rig.
it's the Moto Minnow.
Those are great.
Yeah,
Those are
man.
great.
Mine floats on the side. It looks like a
Yeah.
dying bass, and the tail goes like that,
Uh-huh.
and then it's got the little plug, and they just go nuts for that Moto
Yeah.
Minnow.
I like Ned rig. My favorite right now, and has been for the last 2 years, is a super fluke.
Super. Okay. I use the tube jig too with the weedless hook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
It looks like a little jellyfish with the little legs on the bottom, the little
Yeah.
tentacles. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I love bass fishing. I grew up doing it in tournaments with my dad in the local Bassmaster Club and everything.
You
Yeah.
guys eat any fish on the carnivore diet?
I do.
I
What do you
do
eat?
if it's like ocean fish. I like saltwater fish. I don't like landlocked
Yeah,
freshwater.
see, I like the freshwater fish more. Like ocean fish gives that smell. I'm like, yeah.
Huh? Yeah, I don't like the fishy taste. I can't
I
do
do.
the super fishy. I think they like trout and stuff. I think they taste exactly the way they smell.
Trout, yeah, no, I mostly eat bluegill, perch, and walleye. And some
okay.
crappie. Crappie's good too. Crappie's real good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
With some
I'll
shrimp.
eat any fish. Honestly, I don't mind the fishy flavor. He won't, but
Yeah. I eat a lot of shrimp.
lush shrimp.
We go to
Yeah,
Red
you guys
Lobster.
eat a lot of
we got
shrimp?
all you can eat. Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, because I like most people just talk about the steaks and all that stuff, you know what I'm saying?
No, we'll eat seafood.
Yeah.
I'll eat some tuna. I'll eat sardines and stuff like that.
Brandy Long says, ew, you're my cousins. LOL, Joe and Alicia. Ha ha ha.
That's my cousin, and she does carnivore too, and she's lost.
Hey
40
Brandy.
she's lost 40 pounds in a little over 4 months doing
Yeah.
carnivore.
Wow. Good for you,
Yeah, she
Brandy.
is doing awesome.
Well, the joke's on everybody who's not on carnivore.
Right?
Yeah.
Minimalist carnivore. I used to be a huge bicycle guy, owned a bike, skate shop. Even so, very cool to hear and saw motorcycles on his channel. Yeah, is that
Yes.
why you guys got the dirt bikes? Because you got that passion in you?
Yeah, I used to
Yeah.
do motocross too.
Yeah.
I mean, anything with
I should have
wheels, I
figured,
can
man.
drive
I
it.
should have figured.
Yeah. I'm also a big gearhead too. I like hot rods. I can build a pretty mean hot rod. I have one. I have a 1972 Dodge Dart Swinger that I'm planning
Wow.
on beefing up, and
That's
I
awesome.
got an
I
85
couldn't.
Bronco.
I barely know how to fill up the gas tank, man. I just I get cars that go in automatic, man. I put it in drive and I hit the gas, man. I can't do stick shift or nothing.
Yeah, as soon as I seen Smokey and the Bandit and I heard Burt Reynolds' car, that Firebird, that's the sound of that exhaust when I was little, that was what hooked me in. Plus my dad also had hot rods and choppers and everything else. Plus he also did custom car painting, so I learned how to paint cars, mostly how to sand because he didn't
Put
like
that
doing it.
that candy paint drip on it, man.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yep. All that
So-
fun stuff.
Yeah, I used to watch the Dukes of Hazards. That's what I get my. I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
man, that car can go, man.
Yep. Yep.
He says, okay, need to chat with this guy. Yeah, dude, I'm telling you,
Heck yeah.
Joe's a sleeper cell, man. He's just hanging out there, and you don't know half the stuff he knows how to do, and then he's just before you know it, he gets you.
It's for yeah, it's for sale if you want to buy it.
Oh, she's putting you out there, Joe. She's like, she's
is
nudging you. Remember, it's for sale.
I joke about it all the time because I tease them all the time.
Oh, that was your
It's
first car.
Yeah.
Dodge
That's
Star.
why I say it's for sale.
It is not for sale.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Well, knowing Sandy's like, man, I can buy my first car back, Joe. Wink, wink.
Well, I mean, everything's got a price tag, but
Oh,
this
of course,
one
right.
I'm
It's pretty
really
special.
trying hard to hang on to. It's all matching numbers and everything.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
amazing. Do you feel like doing those hobbies, you know, getting back on the bike and all that stuff, Carnivore's helped you with all that stuff you love to do?
Oh yeah.
Motivation is through the roof now.
Motivation.
It's not overbearing or overwhelming, I should
Yeah.
say, to take on projects now. Like I couldn't even help her in the yard before doing yard work, and we got pinch
They
over.
said how much? They want to know how much for the car, man. You might have a sale here. Who needs Craigslist? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We got this.
Oh, here we go. We got an offer. We have cows. How many?
Oh,
Oh,
How many? How many are you willing to
Oh.
offer?
yeah, I don't know about that.
Now we're
I kind of want to hang on to this one for a while. So
No, I don't blame you. Yeah, the reason I asked that is because I've had a lot of people, they're like, well, why would I, do carnivore? Like, how's it even helping your life? Like, well, I have way more energy to interview beautiful people like you guys.
Yeah.
Like, that's for start. Before I didn't have the energy. I didn't feel good. I was always laying in the tub, man. And I was just watching people's videos and just from the outside in, just like, oh man, it'd be nice to talk to so-and-so, but now like that's how I just want to address those people. They're like, I don't know what you'd call them, but they're just, they think that, like, well, how would it help you? And it's like, well, dude, it's helping them ride bikes,
Yeah,
work on the car.
We don't have joint pain anymore. We feel younger. We're stronger now. Even before we're like, just the overall benefit is amazing. Like, I don't feel like I'm 37. I don't feel like I'm 37 anymore, and I was regretting ever turning, this old. And I was ecstatic about my birthday. Everybody's like, "Why are you so happy?" And I'm like, "I'm gonna be 37, and I feel like I'm like 20." And that's why, when we went to go look at my dirt bike first, I was kind of excited about getting one a little bit, and then he's like, "We're just gonna do it." And I was like, "Okay," because we already ride street motorcycles as it is. But dirt bikes is, takes a little bit different technique and like different muscle groups.
she has a
and
good
all
teacher.
Yeah.
So-
I seen her ride by. I was like, oh, look at her. She was like,
That. It's so fun. And I told him, I was like, people are gonna make fun of us. We're gonna be like these 80-year-old people, dirt
hey,
bikes.
with tattoos and looking cool. Like, hey, that's their problem that they're not this cool when they're that age,
I'm like, we're gonna be like 80 and riding dirt bikes in the mountains.
All this weight
Mistakes.
loss and everything, our equilibrium has gotten better too. So that's another reason why we were like, you know what, let's do that. But I'm an avid hunter. Her and I both are lifetime members of the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation.
Really?
And
Yeah.
yep, we're very
How
into
many have you
hunting.
bagged?
Oh geez.
I've only shot one.
Well,
More than I've shot.
Well, when we were younger, whoever shot the first deer, we were done for the season. And it was always usually my brothers that ended up doing it. So that was kind of like how we worked it in our family. We shot one and then we were done. But
I got you.
it's a really long story on how
Yeah.
she got her first one, but her dad and everybody has always been taking her out and trying to help her.
Was it
get
caught in a tree or something? And she's like, "Oh, I got this one."
Oh no!
No, he helped me get my first animal.
Okay.
After a couple hunting trips with her dad and a family friend, I got frustrated. Well, we'll say pissed off. It was all wild goose chases. I'm like, there's no elk around here. Why are we in this area? I was like, I know where to go. We're going to go to my spot. So we go to my spot. It was like the next weekend.
Yeah.
We drive up there, park. I was like, okay, elk like to hang out just over this hill here. So we're going to walk up and take a gander down in.
Mm-hmm.
We walk not even 10 minutes. Easy hike on top of this hill. And there's a drop off. It's like a 7-foot drop off into this little gully that our cat keeps walking by. That's what that blackout is.
I was like, whoa, either that or you guys got a ghost. I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
No, we have a cat too.
So we walk up and I was like, okay, start keeping an eye out. And we get up and just where that drop off is, the elk were right there.
Yeah.
I mean, right there. We were less than 7 yards away from them.
Wow.
They were just off this drop off. I was like, we squat down. I whispered to her, I was like, stand up. Don't even look through the scope. Look down the side of the barrel and just aim in the kill zone. The elk are right here in front of us. And I don't think she was ready for it when she stood up to see it right there.
It was right there.
You could smell it. It was so close.
But I double lunged it. So I guess that's good. And
that's dropped it right away. She got her first elk. And it had a radio collar. Turns out it was a very old cow elk.
Yeah.
They call them Sally cows.
I felt bad after.
And she was on her verge of dying as it was. She was the meat inside of her was already rotted.
Yeah, we couldn't even eat her.
Yeah, it was so nasty.
You probably actually did her a favor, the poor
We did her a solid favor, but we love to hunt, and I stopped hunting because my arthritis in my right knee got so bad I couldn't hunt the last few years. I didn't even try. It was too painful. Even trying to just get in and out of the truck was so excruciating.
You dusting off the gun now?
I have zero pain. Zero. I can bend my knee. I can get down and do a duck walk. I can do whatever you want and not any pain. It's been
a long time.
Last time I didn't have pain in my knee, I was 21, and I'm 40.
Wow.
You've had pain in your knee since we've met.
That and also my right pinky. It's the arthritis right here in this knuckle and this knuckle. As a musician, especially a bass player,
I was going to say bass guitar, or you were stage diving, or a little bit of both.
Well, I don't use a pick. I use my fingers. I actually will pick full chords all at once.
Mm-hmm.
So I use my pinky a lot, and I stopped using my pinky after a while and just started getting lazy with how things were being played because it was too painful. Mm-hmm. Now I have no pain at all. It's literally life-changing.
That's awesome.
Just all the way around, because I have medical issues from being in the military and my inflammation has gone down. I'm able to run again, and I still have some shoulder pain a little bit from surgery, but it's a lot better on Carnivore. So is my upper back. Like, I have partial bulging discs and I refuse to get back surgery, and that has gone away a lot.
Wow.
It still flares up every now and then if I agitate it or if I work it out a little bit too hard. But yeah, it's helped. It's just overall amazing.
You should message Katarina, Meatfield Living. She's ex-Army disabled vet too, and she's on the Carnivore, and in her journey, you guys probably have a lot in common. Just throwing it out there. Yeah. But make sure you guys don't go hunting with Dick Cheney. I can say that for sure. So what has been your favorite benefit, like whether it's mental, physical, or whatever, from the carnivore diet, personally, each of you?
For me, it's a tie between two different things. I no longer have arthritis pain, and I can drive somewhere. Like, let's say we're going to Walmart. On the way to Walmart, her and I start up a conversation. Maybe it's about the local feed store. It's called DMB Supply. Mm-hmm. We'll start talking about DMB. And because I had ADD, we're talking about DMB. Therefore, I'm driving to DMB. And she'd always have she'd always have to stop me and go, "Oh no, we're going to Walmart."
We're going to Walmart. Yeah,
She doesn't have to do it anymore.
that's
Weird.
awesome.
It's awesome, but weird.
It is the weirdest feeling. Like I'm literally relearning how to use my brain. This new superpower. I don't know how else to say it because it feels like a superpower. I can read things now and retain most of it reading once through.
Wow, really?
I've never in my entire life have been able to do that.
What about snoring? Are you guys snoring? Do you know if she's snoring or do you know if he's snoring?
I have a CPAP machine.
Oh, you got sleep apnea.
Yes.
I refused to get the machine. It almost killed me.
Oh.
It helped me and helped me a lot.
Does yours measure how many times you stop breathing in a night?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
so then you would know, like, if it goes down to 0, you could maybe stop using it. But that's a...
Yeah. So I still think I stopped breathing at night. I think mine is, for that part, is genetic because, like, my dad has sleep apnea. My brothers have sleep apnea.
Mm-hmm.
And one of my brothers is in pretty okay shape. Like, he'd probably be a lot better if he was carnivore. But anyways, I don't snore anymore, though.
Well,
that's awesome.
She still snores a little bit, but it's nothing like it was before.
Yeah. And I think...
What about Joe? Is he snoring?
No.
Not as bad as I used to.
No.
And I've never had a sleep apnea issue.
Yeah, he was never really a big snorer.
Man, yeah, you don't want sleep apnea issues, man. That is the scariest shit in the world when you can't breathe.
Yeah.
It's just
Both
it's
my parents
terrifying.
had it. Yeah.
I think, I don't know, I think my big thing now with being carnivore for over 10 months now, I think is just probably the people in the community, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Like at first I thought it was like health benefits and like the weight loss. But the more we are carnivore, the more, especially me, I love helping people. So that has been probably the biggest thing for me is being able to help people more.
That's why I was motivating her to get YouTube going because she loves helping people so much. I was like, look, this is definitely something that needs to be, the word needs to be spread. And somebody needs to do it. Lots of somebodies need to do it that are at least mostly educated on the subject that can educate people.
Or at least, share your story. We might not be doctors and experts, but we can say, hey, listen, I've done it for X amount of days, and this is my results. And you might have different results because not everybody's got the same issues, like when I saw Kerry improve his issues, like I didn't have the same issues as him, but I said, I want my results. So I want to get rid of sleep apnea,
Yeah. But just to plant that seed, even if, 1 in every 10 people that watch the video get curious enough to go research it and they go down the rabbit hole, and who knows, maybe they're strong-willed enough to commit to it and stay committed to it. Families, a single person in a big family, it's difficult. It is. There's no sugarcoating that, really. It is difficult. You got to have a team. You need everybody on board to make it work. Otherwise, it is so difficult to stay the course. And
I want to be that.
Was a big deal for me.
I want to be that team for somebody. If I'm that one person that is helping them make sure they live a healthy life,
right? I
want to be that one. I'll be that one person for you. I literally try answering every comment on my videos as long as they're not rude, and a couple of my subscribers have answered my rude comments for me.
Yeah,
nice. But
I get them too. I get
so
many rude comments.
I can, and if it's an educational comment, I'll go do my own research and be like, okay, per the research, this is what it says. And so I want to be that person for somebody. So yeah.
And speaking of which, that's why you guys should go check out their page right now. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'm not subscribed now. I'm not logged in, but I am subscribed just on my, my actual official channel. I'm logged in. But you guys, they do weekly updates. I mean, and Joe, you gotta get in there more, my guy. We miss you.
I try, but
no, you do. I see you in there. I do see you in there.
I'm gonna
We
actually.
need to do more videos, I think, because I think they like it. I should try to
Oh
sell
yeah,
it.
No Insanity
At
said
once
he's
I want to talk to you more now. Rude.
No
Well,
Insanity says they got 18 cows in the field. If you're want to keep that on your mind. Minimalist Carnival, I just want to catch up with some of these comments here. I'm running behind. I always think it's great to hear folks heal and be able to get back to things they used to do. Awesome. So, yes, dude, honestly, and that's why it's such an important question for me to ask. How is the carnivore diet helping you personally in your life? Like, if it's helping you get back on the dirt bike, let me know, because some people are in that same situation. They're like, man, I haven't been on my dirt bike in years. Like, well, pick up some bacon and eggs and let's go. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, it's literally that easy. I mean,
Yeah, right here. He says he hopes to get back on his jet ski.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. But just stop using food as your happy place. That's the biggest thing I can say. Food is not happiness. We've related it to that. And all these companies that are making all this bull crap have promoted it in that fashion that, this is so good. It's happy, fun, cartoon commercials and all the bull crap. No, food is fuel. Life. Get out and enjoy life. Make life your happy. And don't make food your happy.
Carnivore makes it so nice. That's another thing I love about it. Oh my gosh.
Shopping to go camping. It's simple.
What about your grocery bill? Do you guys think your grocery bill is less or more?
Same.
Okay.
Go up.
So you would tell people like it's not too expensive of a diet to try.
Oh no.
Oh, everybody wants to argue with us and tell us that it's too expensive, and they don't.
No Insanity says they just subscribed to your channel.
Thank you.
Yeah. We mainly one meal a day, and I have the rest of my time. I don't have to worry about coming home from work. I work 8 hours a day. I don't have to worry about coming home from work. What's for dinner? Okay, I need to get this going. I need to get this going. I need to get this going. Like, I don't have to meal prep. I have so much time now to spend on my YouTube channel, promoting this amazing lifestyle. When we go camping, we'll do have eggs in the morning. Then we have our normal meal throughout the day. But the rest of the time, we're fishing, we're walking, we're hiking. We're doing things and not wasting our time grocery shopping, meal planning,
thinking about the food, prepping the food.
It's so nice.
Yeah, you're getting back to life.
Yeah, and that's again, not to keep repeating myself, but food is not happiness. Although, once you really get invested and like really into carnivore, like I'm creeping up on month 11.
Yeah, you are.
After 11 months now.
You want meat.
I salivate if I start thinking about hot dogs that I've had 4,000 or 5,000 of them.
That's how I am with the bacon, man. I'm like that.
Yeah.
Man, I hate to say it, but that sometimes is my happy place. I'm just like.
Yeah, but you get to a point where the way we're eating this type of food and not all that other bull crap is happiness.
But it makes you feel good. You're not hungry. You're getting the proper protein that you need that's essential. You're getting all the fat that's appropriate and essential, right? For your body to function fully and properly, that you want to continue, because you're like, all I do is eat meat and eggs and I'm healthy and I'm strong and I'm motivated and it's just,
and feeling truly satiated.
Oh my gosh,
that's a real feeling. It's different from the other food that we were eating before, even if it was just vegetables. Being satiated, there is a specific satiated feeling connected to this. It really is. Like, you feel so full and comfortable and happy and good when you eat this way. It doesn't happen right out of the gate. It doesn't.
No.
You got to stick with it. You have to just stay invested, committed. You have to make the choice to save your life, because this literally will save your life.
And there's variety. Like I need to do a couple more recipes videos.
Yeah. Any good carnivore recipes?
Yeah, so like I make an egg white bread. It's amazing. There's the fathead bread that I have on my channel as well. If you're doing cheese.
Beef bacon.
It's amazing. We make our own beef bacon because I can't have pork. It makes me really sick. So we did beef belly bacon.
Yep.
I made gummy bears.
Really?
I've made cinnamon rolls.
I did hear you talk about that. Yeah. Yep.
They're
Yes.
really good.
You can make.
Oh,
Cheese-
that before I forget, what are the chicken chips?
So okay, they're just ground chicken, and I season them with the Redmond's all season salt stuff
Mhm.
from Redmond Salt. I just put that in there, mix it together, and then I flatten them really thin. Take it and flatten it really thin on parchment paper, and I bake them at 400 degrees until they're crisp like I want them.
Mhm.
And then I just take a pizza slicer and slice them up.
They're still a little bit flexible. They're not like crunchy, but you can eat them like a chip. They're kind of almost like jerky, honestly.
Yeah.
I'd never heard about it till you guys talked about it in the video. I was like, dude, I gotta ask him about these
They're
chicken
so
chips.
good.
They're so good.
And we made beef ones the other night, and they're
those
good
are really
too.
good too.
If you
Beef
want to
chip-
make it more, if you want to make them more crisp, you can cut them and then try putting them in an air fryer. I think I might try that next.
We're also
try
gonna smoke
crisping them
some because I think it would taste really good with some smoke
Yeah,
on
so-
there.
I've got one of those egg fryers, you know, those round ones.
Mm-hmm.
You know, those little egg-shaped ones. I swear, the most dangerous part is reaching in for the food when it's still warm, and I'm like, I burn my arm like every time. I swear, it's annoying.
Me and my cousin actually burnt ourselves the same week on our arms, but she has an opposite one actually. We realized it when we went out to a gathering.
Yeah,
And so
that's
we
my
have
newest
matching
one right here.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, what the heck, man? And people might think you're doing something terrible. It's like, no, honestly, since I went carnivore, I'm always reaching in the goddamn air fryer, and I've never burnt myself more.
Yeah.
Honestly, that was probably the biggest downside to the carnivore diet so far is how many times I burnt my wrist reaching into the air fryer for like bacon and stuff.
I use tongs.
But
Okay, you know what, dude? I gotta use my head. See, you're out of the brain fog more than I am.
Yeah,
So you're like tongs, my brother, tongs.
Yeah.
But there's variety, so don't get down like carnivore pizza. I have a recipe on my channel.
That is.
I did have that with you guys,
Ooh.
the egg and the cheese, and then you flatten it
Oh,
out.
Oh,
I
it's
personally
so
think
good.
it's better than regular pizza.
I
It
couldn't
is
believe it
so
actually
good.
looked like pizza crust. I was like,
Yeah.
there's no shit way. This is like a big giant Cheez-It.
It's legit.
It's so
It's
so
legit.
good.
It is.
And
And you can do that with tacos too. You make little small ones and then put them over a spoon.
Oh yeah.
oh yeah, there's so much like there. If you want to put the work into it, but honestly, we've been doing this for like 10 months now. I'm easy. I'm like, this is the easiest thing I've ever done. I feel good. I feel amazing doing it.
Just give me some burger and I'm
Just give me
happy.
some burger. I'm happy. And every now and then I'll make something.
Well, says he has to run. He did sub. Okay. Yeah, he sent you an email too. He really wants to hook up with you
Awesome.
guys.
Thank
Yeah.
you. But the other thing that we really like, and we only do it usually once a month.
Aww.
She said my
awesome.
wife Michelle's watching with me, and she said this is one of the best interviews she has seen. Yeah, honestly, literally the hour is almost up, and like I barely got through any of my questions. We just had so much fun talking.
Well, we'll have
really
to
quick, the
reschedule.
other one to eat that's really good on carnivore is chicken wings.
Chicken wings.
Do it
Okay,
in
what do you
air
frying them up
fryer.
in? Like
Yeah.
Butter was on
Oh,
my
but-
channel. I have a channel, a
Yep.
video on my channel how we make ours.
Yeah, it's so simple, but it'll be the best chicken wings you've ever had. I
Do you guys
promise.
put any
It's not
sauce on
funny,
yours,
though.
like Frank's or something?
Frank's hot sauce.
Yep.
Yeah. We use Frank's hot sauce.
Put that
The
stuff on
original.
everything, they say.
Yeah. Honestly, here lately, I haven't been using Frank's hot sauce. I just
No?
been eating it straight because they're so good. I mean, they end up crispy in the best way and juicy and tender on the inside.
Now I
so
want
perfect.
chicken wings.
I'm gonna start using the tongs though. I am sick of burning my damn wrist, man. Seriously,
got
I
real-
appreciate that tip.
I almost got burnt once. Like I just nicked it, and I was like, "Ooh, that was close." So I was like, "Yeah, tongs." Yeah.
Yeah, you know you're hungry when you're just straight up burning your hands for the food.
Yeah.
Do you guys got 3 quick tips you could give fellow carnivores?
Number one, find your why, not weight
Yes,
loss.
yes,
Do
yes.
not tell me your why is weight loss, but find another why.
My why was my son, and I
Yes.
wanted to be there and see his kids one day and be a
There you
grandfather.
go.
Yeah.
Besides my
Mine-
wife, I love her, but you know when you have a child, it just hypes
Yeah.
you up.
Another, clean out your pantry.
Get rid of those donuts if you got them.
Yes.
All of that stuff.
And then to keep you on track, eat until you're comfortably stuffed.
Mm.
And then if you get hungry again, eat meat first. Don't cave and give in to other things.
Fritos and junk.
Those are her 3. My
My
3, for me, was I'm older than her, and I don't want to miss out on anything. I want to take it clear to the very end. So
Mm-hmm.
that was number 1 for me. Also, my kids as well. But I mean, she's the one that's going to be there when I
Even
pass,
after
so.
they're gone, you know what I'm saying?
After
Yes,
they're gone,
that's a
yeah.
smart move, buddy.
Yeah. The other one I can say is get a support system.
Yes.
Whether it's through YouTube, even if you're not interacting with them, go watch the videos.
I'll be there
Chat.
for you.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
she's
while you're
about
talking,
it.
I'm gonna pull up your thing one more time here while you're
Yeah.
talking.
But yeah, find a support system. Preferably your family or your significant other, boyfriend, girlfriend, wife, husband, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You got to have a good support system. It helps keep you motivated.
Yeah.
And then the third one is, like she said, eat until you're satiated. You need to stay the course, clean out your pantry, just like she said. I agree with
Yeah,
that.
I can
one.
already see the difference in you, Alicia.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
I
you're
used to
looking
weigh.
great.
I was 105 pounds until I turned about 25. And if you take old pictures of me,
You look like you're 25 now again.
oh, thanks. But if you take old pictures of where I was 105 pounds, I look skinnier now than I did at 105 because the inflammation.
Just because you're skinny,
gone.
just because you're skinny doesn't mean you're fit. There is such thing as skinny fat.
And
That's
you can
true.
tell in my face, I'm skinnier looking than when I was actually 105 pounds. I weigh 116 right now.
Wow.
Well, I haven't weighed myself in a couple of days because I'm excited to see what the scale says tomorrow for my.
Oh, they said they're subscribing for them carnivore cinnamon rolls.
Yeah.
They are, so be careful with the stevia though. It is very potent, so just a little bit to start out.
Yeah, and if you're still if you're still eating cheese because it has a cream cheese frosting on it.
Yeah.
But,
Well, guys, I don't mean to cut you short, but we got another one, and I'm gonna bring you guys back for an update. So this is not the end. This is just the beginning.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Maybe like 2 months because that'll be our 1 year carniversary.
Yes.
Maybe we'll do something in October for our 1 year.
That is awesome. I've just heard about the carniversary like a month ago. I just love that whole idea. Hey, guys, make sure you subscribe to Alicia and Joe, Carnivore Lady. That's their channel. Maybe Carnivore Lady and Lad or something one day.
Maybe.
But that's what we got for now, guys. Make sure you go subscribe. And I always say the first law in learning is repetition. And there's value in Alicia and Joe, and there's value in their story. So please go replay this and soak up all the information, including hitting that subscribe button so you can get that carnivore cinnamon rolls.
Yes.
All right, guys, we're out here. We'll catch you on the next one in a little bit. We'll see you guys. I'll do my duck face till I'm out.